first attempt at a face cam video this year, or driving cam video, I should say, or whatever this really would be considered. Yeah, if I'm speaking a little louder today, it's because when I was cleaning out my ears, I accidentally pushed in a bit too much, and one of them was a little blocked up. So good on me for having a clearer volume now. And I'm honestly just coming back from the light lunch, in and out, just wanting to get out and about for today. So that was one of my stops. Just wanted to do a quick check-in, update of just where stuff is. Really not much happened this week, but what happened is, well, important to me. Last time I mentioned the opportunity to invest money. Finally did that this week. Well, I would have done it earlier this past week if I was able to get a better appointment with the broker. But yeah, got that done. I honestly spent most of the week just like researching the options that the broker put to me and refining my ideas and what I want to do and how much goes where and this and that. Like, a couple of them was just like I didn't want to go too far into them, so I just did a little bit in one, a little bit in another, and then others that had like a higher minimum buy-in. I went definitely a lot more on that one, well, relatively to those. So yeah, I did that, and it's like not the biggest adult move, grown-up move, whatever you want to call it, to do some investing for the future. It's not the biggest thing. I mean, you just need the minimum amount to get started, and there you go. And it's always never a bad idea to do this. But I mean, it's like one of these grown-up things that you don't think about, but you still have to think about. I mean, my friends, they're all getting married, they're getting mortgages, they're getting families, and it's us growing up like this, but it's still, we're talking about how Captain Sisko is Space Jesus, basically, and stuff like that, and wondering why superheroes even have secret identities anymore, and this and that sort of things, all while we're playing Pokemon, and us perfectly normal grown-ups. It really reminded me of one XKCD comic where he's applying for like a lease or loan or getting his mortgage or whatever, and he's like, you do realize you're giving all this money and responsibility to a guy who plays with Legos and is currently thinking about Batman. And it's like, yeah, this is what the modern adult generation is for some of us. Is we're just these guys who talk about Batman, talk about Star Wars, play our video games, and complain we can't get together to play board games with each other more often. So it's just weird like that. I mean, it also goes towards one of my favorite moments in what was that show? Parks and Recreation, where Andy and April get Ben as their roommate, and he just starts imposing all these rules to make them act more responsible. and they're at Bed Bath & Beyond picking up, basic supplies for their home, and April's complaining the whole time, and then Andy gives this great line of, listen, hey, growing up means we have to do stuff like use towels and wash our dishes, but if you think I'm not going to buy this marshmallow gun and shoot you in the face while you sleep, you're mistaken. To which she smiles broadly because, Aubrey Plaza being just so adorable, and that's why Andy is Star-Lord, because he's awesome like that. so yeah, that's just the weird adulthood that exists nowadays. So it's good how things are changing from less Victorian standards to more, I don't know what sort of standards you would say this is, but they're definitely not what our parents used to do and how they used to behave. So and to celebrate that, my big purchase, I went out and had a fancy sushi dinner, and by fancy sushi dinner I actually mean going to a restaurant and getting some of their rolls, not even nigiri sushi or hand roll sushi or whatever some of those different ones are, and for the price of, say, two platters at Rayleigh's, I was able to get 3 different really delicious rolls, especially one with unagi, because I love unagi so much. Some might say I'm weird, but unagi is easily my favorite sushi. Although I don't really care for him as a Mario character, but especially if that's him in Odyssey with his realistic redesign to look like a real eel. That just scares me a little. And yeah, this is an adult talking about video games, spurring off of being responsible and investing in his future. Well, this is the reality people have to live with now, so if they don't like it, they can go move to Oklahoma, where reality is outlawed. See ya. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the support.